Y'all, we are less than 60 days away from the no student loan or no interest payments ending on September the 30th. And there has been some talks of the administration extending it until March of 2022. Well, y'all, as of Friday, Biden has extended it, saying that this is the final extension. So we're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Tasha from the Major Change Group, where we believe small changes can create big results. And if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. We talk about credit, budgeting, and student loans. Well, y'all, I told y'all I was going to keep you posted on, okay, since we're less than 60 days, what's going to be going on? I don't know, because even though I had read that the Biden administration had been considering extending it until March of 2022, it was still kind of up in the air, and I'm just like, okay, are they going to wait like they did with the housing moratorium to wait until kind of the last minute? But I'm so glad that I read an article, and I'm going to put the article in it's going to be the first comment pinned in the comments, where the Biden administration has talked about this is going to be the final extension, and they're going to be extending it until January of 2022. Now, while it's not March of 2022, I still think it's a good, I'm really liking that they're doing this. So hit the like button if you are excited that Biden is going to be extending this until January 22. And if you're not, I guess you can hit the dislike button. I don't know. But let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts about this extension? Now, y'all know I'm really excited about this extension because, like I was saying in my last video, I'm just like, I hope that they extend this until the end of the year. And then that way, because I am paying my car off, and I'm just like, let me get that paid off. And then I'm going to come up with a better plan on paying down my student loans. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are about this. Now, there has been a lot of other talks about student loans, and it was so funny because I had another video where I was making about universities, and actually one state had been getting tired of, okay, what is the administration going to do about this student loan crisis? And they have taken it into their own hands. And even some of the universities, because I did a video about Clark Atlanta, they had forgave student debt, and I want to say it was about $12 million of student debt, and this consisted of about 5 semesters. So I think this went back to March of 2020 till the spring semester. And then I ended up reading, it was a university in Florida. I think it was FAMU, but I'm not 100% for sure. And then I was reading where a university was state, the City University of New York. They are going to do $125 million. So this is going to be the largest of the universities that are paying off student debt. And this is great. Now, while this program doesn't help, like people like me that already have student debt, I think this is a good idea for students that are in there now. So say, for instance, somebody graduated over the summer or the spring, and then they're going to eliminate that student debt now that they're into the workforce, and especially how the economy is, they're not going to have to start off with all of that debt. So I think that's a great idea for them to do that. So I would say if you have family members that are in college, I would have them talk to their, administration, their school administration, to see if maybe their university or their college is going to be participating in eliminating student debt that are in school right now. I think that that's going to be a great idea, because I had actually had a father. He had made a comment on one of my last student loan videos saying that he had 2 daughters in school. And I was telling him that you might want to have your daughters talk to the university and see possibly if, this could be the case. So I think this is a great step in the right direction. Now, one thing about all this student loan debt talk, while in my last video, they were kind of starting to talk about, we had saved over, I think it was $70 million in student loan interest. I still think that the administration needs to tackle the student loan interest, because for me, I think that's where it kind of hits the most, because most of the time the interest is what's eating up the whole payment, and then that's why it takes so long for you to make the, pay it off, unless you're really tackling it really hard and putting all of your money towards your student debt. So I really feel like, and you can look in the description on my 5 ways that I think they should tackle the student loan debt. So I definitely think that they need to tackle the student loan interest first. And then, especially with them talking about, universities are eliminating student debt. And then now you can pretty much go to a 2-year college, and then you can transition to a 4-year college with not a whole lot of debt. So I think we are on the right track with eliminating student loan debt, or at least tackling it. Now, when you think about the $1.7 trillion in student loan debt, we really always hear talks about the federal borrowers and not a whole lot about the private borrowers. But I think it has to really be more for both sets of borrowers, opposed to the private just refinancing, because right now most of those borrowers are probably still making payments on their student loans, and they can call up their borrowers and let them know if they're having issues. But maybe it could be like 1 month or 2 months where they're not paying, and so it can still be hard. And also, I think talking about the consumer protections around student loans, maybe allowing people to file bankruptcy on student loans or things like that. Now, I don't know that I would want to file bankruptcy just so I can eliminate my student loans, but like auto and housing, there are a lot of protections around those for consumers, but not so much for student loan borrowers. So I think that there really just needs to be talks overall with the student loan interest and the consumer protections. But like I said, turn your notification bell on, and I'm definitely going to keep you posted on what's going on with the student loan forgiveness or student loan debt. But I hope that this has been helpful to you. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so you'll be the first to be notified when new content is dropping. And I thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.